YouTube, what's going on? Today we're going to look at how to increase the accessibility and discoverability of a website. Now, this could be your website, you could be looking at other websites just to check out what ways that you can improve how people can use your website, whether there may be people that are blind, how they can go through and use different kind of text readers on websites so they can better use your website. There's other ways like increasing your SEO so it's more discoverable by more people and so it actually gets used. And so the first one we're going to look at is using Wave. I'm using just as a test, the dev.to forum page. And if we load that, it's really simple. You just kind of go to the website. We can do this again. I'll show you. Paste it in, you click enter, it loads up the page for you, runs through it, looks for all the different types of little errors that it finds that it shows that may be able to help your discoverability and accessibility. So the first one that Wave kind of shows us is it'll show errors such as this linked image missing alternative text. Now if we scroll through, we're able to see where these different errors are. And the red ones are probably the most important that you want to change. And so if we come here, that this linked image missing alternative text is this picture right here with this, looks like somebody with the dev jacket on here. And what this is saying is that since there's no text there, if somebody's using a screen reader, it won't tell them what that image is. They won't be able to know what they're looking at if they're not able to look at it. So by adding that alternative text, then it'll help tell the person kind of what is there and kind of really just increase your accessibility to people that may not be able to access the website like most people can. And it goes through, it gives other things like contrast errors, a color thing, and kind of just points out little parts. I'm pretty sure that one was up here. It's just telling, and there's different ways of how you can fix that. If we go down, there's other little alerts, like there's 103 redundant links here, and these aren't things that damage a website at all, but definitely changing them so that they cover these different aspects can definitely make your website more usable and better for the user. Now, the second resource we're going to look at is web.dev. I put the same dev.to link into web.dev, and what it checks for is performance, accessibility, best practices, and the SEO. So as it shows here, the accessibility and best practices of dev.to's website is all across the board 100s. So that means that they've done the steps they needed to take to make their accessibility available to everyone. There's little parts that if you do a screen reader, it'll say out what each different part of the website can do. Best practices is all the way up to 100. Now their SEO is 96, which is very good, which means their discoverability is very high. They have different links in there that reroute to their own website, and that's all different things you can use to improve your SEO. And then their performance is still good. It's about average, I guess, and with an 80. And if we look down here, it actually shows on web.dev different ways that you can increase your performance or your stats that aren't fully 100. So most of these, as we can see, are based on performance, where there is one that's based on SEO. Since it is just 96, they're like, okay, well, you could get to 100 if, say, you fix this, tap targets are not sized appropriately. If you size them appropriately, maybe that'll get you to 100. So the main thing that is the performance. So if they remove their unused JavaScript, their performance rating might go up. If they eliminate the render blocking resources, that's a big impact on it because it's rated as high. So if they fix that, then it will bring the score up more versus if they were to fix one of the medium impacts. So the other different thing about web.dev is it's also called Lighthouse. So if we click on this view report, it'll pull up just kind of a different little UI of how to look at it, and it comes up with little screenshots of where exactly we can look at things. And these are the same. We saw this eliminate render blocking resources on the other page, but it does actually tell you how much time it changed. So since we are in the performance thing, it took 0.9 seconds longer to render the page because of this little error, where if you were to fix it, it would take 0.9 seconds less time and the performance rating would go up. These are two tools that are very helpful when creating a website, and this is called website auditing. And when you audit a website, it goes through each different part, as we just saw, finds all the little things you could change in it to make it more accessible, more discoverable, and really better for the whole general population, as we can see. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you next time.